Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the concept of ideal gas and real gas. We will also discuss how real gas or why real gas deviates from the ideal gas behavior, and how we will predict whether a particular gas is an ideal gas or a real gas. So let's begin with our topic. Firstly, I'm starting from the ideal gas. So what is an ideal gas? A gas is said to be ideal if it follows the ideal gas equation. So simply एक ideal gas क्या होगी? If it follows the ideal gas equation, we all know that ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. If a particular gas follows this particular equation, then it is said to be an ideal gas. So this equation we have derived with the help of the three gas laws. Okay. So on the other hand, what is a real gas? Real gas is nothing but a gas is said to be real if it deviates from this particular equation. So a real gas will not follow this particular equation, or we can say that real gas follow this particular equation only at some particular conditions of pressure and temperature. Later we will also discuss the conditions at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas. So now what are the causes why a real gas deviates from the ideal gas behavior? So there there are two postulates in the kinetic theory of gases which are not followed by a real gas. So there are two postulates of kinetic theory of gases which a real gas fails to fails to follow. These two postulates are not valid for a real gas. So the first postulate is according to kinetic theory of gases, there is no intermolecular forces of attraction between the gas molecules. So according to kinetic theory of gases, there is no intermolecular forces of attraction. There is no intermolecular force of attraction between the gas molecules. So this this postulate is not followed by any real gas, and actually this is not possible that a particular gas has no intermolecular forces, because if it doesn't have any intermolecular forces, then it is not possible for a gas to be converted into liquid form. ओके सो अगर किसी गैस में इंटरमोलिकुलर फोर्सेस नहीं है, देन वी कैन नॉट कन्वर्ट इट इनटू अ लिक्विड फॉर्म, and we all know that all gases can be easily converted into liquid form. For example, in our daily life we use LPG, which is also in liquid form, known as liquid petroleum gas. Similarly, we have CO2, which is also available in liquid form and used as a fire extinguisher. Similarly, we will also use ammonia as a coolant in liquid form. We also have freon gas. Which is used in freon gas. Freon gas, which is also used in refrigerator as a coolant. So so this postulate is not possible in reality, because if a particular gas has no intermolecular forces, or there is no intermolecular forces between the two gas molecules, then it cannot be liquefied. Okay, so this postulate is not followed by the real gases. That is why they deviates from this particular equation. So the second postulate is, according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume of gas molecules is negligible as compared to the volume of container, or you can say the volume of gas, because we take the volume of gas is equal to the volume of container. So, or you can say, according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume of all the molecules are of point mass. The all the gas molecules are all the gas molecules are of point mass. So, according to kinetic theory of gases, the volume occupied by the gas molecules is negligible as compared to the volume of the container, or you can say the volume of the gas, and or you can say, according to kinetic theory of gases, all the gas molecules are of point mass. It is like if we have a container, if we have a container like this, and here I put a dot, and this dot is the this dot is a molecule of gas. This dot is a gas molecule. So here we can easily neglect this particular. We can easily neglect the volume of this particular molecule because it is so small. It is just like a point, and the mass of the gas is you can say is very large as compared to the volume of the gas is very large as compared to the volume of the molecule. So actually this is also not possible if we experimentally it is not possible that a gas molecule has point mass, or you can say it has negligible volume as compared to the volume of the container. So let's say we have a container. Let's say we have a container. So we are doing some experiment. So we are doing an experiment in which we take a gas in a particular container. Firstly, we take a gas and then we apply pressure on it. We have a gas in this particular container and we are applying pressure. We are applying pressure with the help of a piston. So हमने क्या देखा इसमें? So on applying pressure, जब हम प्रेशर लगाते हैं इस पे, after some time the piston stops. After some time the piston stops. So if why it stops? Because there are some gas molecules present like an obstacle. ठीक है? So जो ये piston है, it will not touch the bottom of the container because the volume of the gas molecule is not negligible, or you can say the gas molecules are not of point mass. That is why the piston stops after a particular time, because experimentally it was founded that the gas molecules are not of point masses. That is why real gases are not this postulate is not valid for real gases, because real gases have some real gas molecules, or you can say real gases have some particular volume of the gas molecules, and the volume of gas molecules is not negligible as compared to the volume of the whole gas. So these are the two main postulates which are not valid for a real gas. First one is the you can say there is no intermolecular forces between the gas molecule, which is also not possible, because if there is no intermolecular forces between the two gas molecules, then we cannot convert it into liquid form. And the second one is the volume of the gas molecule is negligible as compared to the volume of the container, which is also not possible. Experimentally we have found it that if we apply pressure on a particular gas, ठीक है, taken in a container, ठीक है, so क्या होता है उसमें कि आफ्टर सम टाइम जो पिस्टन है वो स्टॉप कर जाता है, ठीक है. सो अगर वो स्टॉप कर गया, इसका मतलब जो गैस मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं उनका साइज कुछ सिग्निफिकेंट साइज है. इफ दे आर ऑफ पॉइंट मासेस, then this piston will definitely touch the bottom of the container. So this is the main cause. These are the two postulates which are not followed by a real gas. So we have already discussed how a real gas deviates from the ideal gas behavior. So now I am writing some points of differences between ideal gas and real gas. So the first point of difference is on the basis of the intermolecular forces. The first difference is there is no, in case of ideal gas, there is no forces of attraction between the gas molecules, and in case of real gas, there is some significant forces of attraction between the gas molecules The second point is the volume of gas molecules is negligible. The volume of gas molecule is negligible as compared to the volume of the gas. ठीक है? And in case of real gas, the volume is not negligible. The volume of gas molecules is not negligible. Is not negligible as compared to the volume of the gas. The third point is it follows ideal gas equation. It follows the ideal gas equation. All ideal gases follows the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. And in this case, it deviates from the ideal gas equation. It deviates from the ideal gas equation, or PV is not equal to nRT. In case of real gas, PV is not equal to nRT. So these are the 3 points of differences between ideal gas and real gas. Okay, and the conditions, there are some conditions in which a particular gas behaves like an ideal gas or a real gas. So for a gas to behave like an ideal gas, the first condition is temperature should be high. Temperature should be high. Okay, and the second condition is pressure should be low. So gas to behave like an ideal gas, it should have high temperature and low pressure. And in case of real gas, the conditions are temperature should be low. This is the first condition, and the second condition is pressure should be high. ठीक है, ये अपोजिट है एक दूसरे के. Pressure should be high. So these are the 3 points of differences and the 2 major conditions for a gas to behave like an ideal or a real. So now, how to predict whether a particular gas is real or ideal? We have to use a factor known as compressibility factor. Okay. So in order to predict whether a particular gas is ideal or real, we have to use a factor known as compressibility factor, and this factor is denoted by capital Z. This factor is denoted by capital Z, and it gives us an idea. Whether a particular gas behaves like an ideal gas or real gas. Okay, it also helps us helps us in predicting the extent of deviation of a gas from the ideal behavior So compressibility factor, it gives us an idea whether a gas behaves like an ideal gas or real gas. It also helps us in predicting the extent of deviation of a gas from the ideal gas behavior. So the formula for compressibility factor is Z is equal to PV upon nRT. This is the formula for compressibility factor, and the second formula is Z is equal to V real divided by V ideal. These are the two formulas for compressibility factor. ठीक है? So case first, if the value of Z is 1, then we have PV comes out to be equal to nRT, and the gas will behave like an ideal gas. Then the gas is ideal gas. Okay. So for ideal gas, the value of compressibility factor is 1. And the second case is if Z is not equal to 1. Okay, if the value of Z is not equal to 1, or we can say PV is not equal to nRT, then the gas behaves like a real gas. So these are the two cases when Z is equal to 1, PV comes out to be equal to nRT, and this is known as ideal gas equation, and that is why the gas behaves like an ideal gas. And if Z is not equal to 1, then PV is not equal to nRT, and the gas behaves like a real gas. So in this case, in the second case, we have further two more cases. If Z is not equal to 1, then it could be less than 1 or greater than 1. So now we will discuss that two cases when Z is less than 1 and Z is greater than 1. So now we have two cases. The first is, firstly I am writing the formula for the compressibility factor. The formula is PV upon nRT, and the second formula is V real, volume of real gas divided by volume of ideal gas. So we have two further cases when Z is not equal to 1. So the value of Z could be greater than 1 or it could be less than 1. Okay. So firstly we have to discuss or you can say firstly we have to learn the behavior of real gas. Okay, when we change pressure and volume. Okay, so we have to study the graph for ideal gas and real gas given by Boyle's law. So we have PV diagram, and we all know for ideal gas the graph is like this. It is a hyperbolic curve for ideal gas. ठीक है, हमने Boyle's law में पढ़ा है. As we increase the pressure, the volume starts decreasing. Okay, as we increase the pressure, the volume starts decreasing, and experimentally the graph for real gas comes out to be like this. For the same gas, the graph comes out to be like this, the dotted one. This is the graph for a real gas. So at high pressure, I am taking the same value of pressure. At high pressure, the volume of ideal gas. This is the volume for ideal gas at this particular value of pressure, and this is the volume of ideal gas at the same value of pressure. So the volume of V ideal is this, and V real is this. So the volume of real gas comes out to be higher than that of ideal gas when the pressure is high. And the second case is if I am taking low pressure, so at low pressure this is the value for the real gas and this is the value for ideal gas. Now the volume of real gas is, now this is the volume of real gas and this is the volume of ideal gas. Now in this case the volume of ideal gas is high as compared to the volume of real gas. So there are two different cases from the graph. We found that the volume of real gas is high at high pressure value than that of ideal gas, and at low pressure the volume of ideal gas comes out to be high as that of real gas. It means it's like that on increasing the pressure, the decrease in the volume of ideal gas is more as compared to the decrease in the volume of रियल गैस. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे हम प्रेशर इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं वैसे वैसे वॉल्यूम तो डिक्रीज कर रहा है, बट द डिक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ वॉल्यूम फॉर रियल गैस इज लेस एज कंपेयर टू द आइडियल गैस. जो डिक्रीज हो रहा है वॉल्यूम आइडियल गैस में वो ज्यादा हो रहा है एज कंपेयर टू रियल गैस. सो एट हाई प्रेशर वी आर गेटिंग more volume than that of ideal gas. So if the volume of real gas is more than that of ideal gas, then the value of Z comes out to be high and it is known as positive deviation. अगर ideal से कोई चीज ज्यादा आ रही है then it is known as positive deviation हो रहा है. ठीक है. So this is the first case when V real is greater than V ideal or the value of PV. If the volume is higher then the value of PV is greater than nRT. Okay, these are the two cases and it is known as positive deviation. And here the volume of a real gas comes out to be higher, then there is some repulsion forces between the gas molecules. अगर volume increase कर रहा है, that it means that there is some repulsion dominates over the attractive forces. So in this case repulsive forces dominates, and in the second one, and this condition is valid only at high pressure. ठीक है, at high pressure this is the main condition. At high pressure we get the positive deviation, repulsive forces dominates. ठीक है, and the second case is at low pressure the volume of ideal gas comes out to be greater than that of real gas, and if the numerator is lower than that of ideal denominator, then the value of Z comes out to be less than that of 1. So here the volume of ideal gas, or we can say the volume of real gas, is lower than that of ideal gas and PV is less than nRT. PV is less than nRT. So these are the two cases, and here we have negative deviation because the volume comes out to be lower than that of ideal one, and if the volume is less then the attractive forces are dominating, then the attractive forces dominates. Okay, and the condition is at low pressure. So these are the two sub cases. The first is when Z is greater than 1, then the volume of real gas is greater than that of ideal gas and we will get PV greater than nRT. The positive deviation case, repulsion forces dominates and the condition is at high pressure. And the second one is the volume of real gas is less than that of ideal gas, PV comes out to be less than that of nRT. Here we have negative deviation, attractive forces dominates, and the last one is the condition at low pressure. So ये सब आप याद रखें अच्छे से. These are the two cases. So numericals also comes on the compressibility factor. You have to predict the whether the particular gas is showing the repulsion forces or the attractive forces by looking at the value of Z. ठीक है, so आपको Z की value given होगी. You have to predict whether a particular gas is showing the positive deviation or negative deviation. ठीक है, and and what is the extent of positive deviation or negative deviation. Okay, so let's do some numericals on the. Firstly, you have to predict whether a particular gas is behaving like a real gas and ideal gas. The first two cases. If the value of z is equal to 1, then it is ideal, and if the value of z is not equal to 1, then it is real. And then we have to do these two cases. Then we have to check whether the value of z is greater than 1 or lower than 1. Okay? Then we can say that it is showing positive deviation or negative deviation. So now let's do some numericals on the compressibility factor. The first one is a gas occupies a volume of 50 liters. A gas occupies a volume of 50 liter having 2 moles, or you can say a gas have 2 moles, occupies a volume of 50 liter having 2 moles at STP. Okay, so a gas occupies a volume of 50 liter having 2 moles at STP. So we all know that at STP, the 1 mole of any gas, from the previous knowledge of our first chapter, we all know that at STP, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liter. This is for ideal gas. Okay, so here we are given the value of volume of real gas. Okay, so volume of real gas is always given in the question, because we don't have the formula to calculate the volume of real gas, but we can calculate the volume of ideal gas by using the formula PV is equal to nRT. And the volume, we all know that 1 mole of any ideal gas contains 22.4 liter of volume, and here we have 2 moles. So if we have 2 moles contain kitna volume? 22.4 into 2, then we'll get 44.8 liter. Now the volume of V ideal is 44.8, and the V real, and the value of V real is 50 liter. Now the formula for compressibility factor is Z is equal to V real divided by V ideal. Okay, so in this question you have to predict the nature of gas. So you have to tell me the nature of gas and whether it is showing positive deviation or negative deviation. So now the value of Z comes out to be V real. We have 50 divided by 44.8. Now the value comes out to be near about 1.116 or 112. 116 or nearly equal to 1.12. So the value of Z is greater than 1. So for firstly it is a real gas. Okay, so we have to predict whether a gas is real or ideal. So the value of Z comes out to be greater than 1. Then firstly it is real gas. If the volume of ideal gas comes out to be greater equal to real gas, then the gas is said to be real. Okay, then the gas is behaving as a real gas. Now the value is greater than that of 1, and for when the value of Z is greater than 1, we have positive deviation. And in positive deviation, what forces are dominating? Repulsion forces. So repulsion forces are dominating in this case. Okay, so the first is the gas is real and deviation is positive, and the third thing is repulsion forces. Okay, so this is the first type of numerical which can be asked in the competitive exams also. The second type of numerical is if 2 or 3 values of Z is given to us and they are asking for predicting the extent of deviation. Okay, so let's say we have Z is equal to, for A, B, C, and D. There are four different gases, and for Z the value for A the value of Z is 1.2, for B it is 1.5, for C it is 0.8, and for D it is 0.5. Okay, so the first question is you have to predict the nature of the gas, nature of gas, और इसमें भी आपको बताना है कि पॉजिटिव है डेविएशन या नेगेटिव है. एंड द सेकंड इज द डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ attractive forces, the decreasing order of attractive forces. तो फर्स्टली आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा किसमें अट्रैक्टिव फोर्सेस है और किसमें नहीं है. ठीक है. सो फर्स्टली द डेविएशन, द एक्सटेंट ऑफ डेविएशन भी हमने चेक करना है. ओके, द एक्सटेंट ऑफ डेविएशन इज आल्सो देयर, व्हिच इज मोर डेविएटेड deviation. Okay, firstly the nature of gas. We all know the value of Z is okay, here we have 0.7 and we have 0.9. ठीक है, we have 0.9. So the value of A is 1.2 and the value is greater than 1, so it is showing positive deviation. The second one is also showing the positive deviation, and the third one is negative. The fourth one is also negative. So now the first question is done. The second one is the decreasing order of attractive forces. The decreasing order of attractive forces. So from these four gases which is showing the attractive forces, पहले हमें ये predict करना है कि इनमें से कौन सा attractive forces कर रहा है show. In case of negative deviation we have only attractive forces, and the value of C, the value of C is far away from 1 and it is showing more. The value of C is less than that of D. Okay, that is why it is showing more attractive forces. So the attractive forces we have to write it in the order of decreasing order. Decreasing order में लिखना है हमने. So firstly we have to write C, and then we have D, and then we have A, and at last we have B, because in B there is the value is much greater than 1 and here we have a large repulsion forces. Okay, so this is the, and the third part is extent of deviation. Extent of deviation हम कैसे निकालेंगे? So the value, if the values are more far away from the 1, then that is showing more deviation. ठीक है, तो जिसमें जो वैल्यू 1 से ज़्यादा दूर होगी, ठीक है, which is far away from Z is equal to 1, then it is showing more deviation. So here the formula for calculating the deviation is, the formula for predicting that deviation is 1 minus Z का mode. ठीक है, 1 minus Z का mode. So in this case we will get 1 minus 1.2, we will get 1 minus Z 0.2. In this case we will have 0.5. In this case we have 0.3, and the last one is 0.1. So in the last case the deviation is less. So the order of deviation is from less to more. The first one is D, then we have A, and then C, and the deviation is more in case of B. Okay, so these type of numericals may come in the exam, in the competitive exam. So you have to predict whether, firstly you have to predict whether a particular gas is real or ideal, and then it is showing, if it is a real gas, then you have to predict whether it is positive deviation or negative deviation, repulsion forces are more or attractive forces are more, and then you have to predict the extent of deviation. Okay, the more, the far the value of Z from 1 more will be the deviation. deviation. So the far away the value of value of z from 1, ठीक है, more will be the deviation, or in case of negative deviation we have more than that of 1, and that is why they are showing the positive deviation. So for all gases the curve is like at low pressure they are showing negative deviation, and then at high pressure they are showing positive deviation. So this is the curve for nitrogen gas. Similarly we will have the curve for oxygen gas also, like this, and for CH4 we have like this, and similarly we will have the curve for CO2 like this. Okay, so CO2 का जो डेविएशन है वो थोड़ा कम है as compared to N2, O2 and CH4. So this is for O2, this is for CH4, and the last is for CO2. Okay, so they are showing negative deviation at low pressure and positive deviation at high pressure. And for ammonia, in case of ammonia the deviation is the more. In case of ammonia the curve is like this. In case of ammonia it is showing the maximum deviation as compared to the other four gases like N2, O2, methane and CO2. So experimentally it was found that ammonia is showing the maximum deviation, and this is known as the dip of the curve. This is known as the dip of the curve, like we have for CO2, this is the dip of the curve, and for ammonia the dip is quite high. So higher the dip of the curve, more will be the deviation. Okay, so actually hydrogen and helium will also show negative deviation, but at very low temperature. For hydrogen it is I don't remember the actual value, but it is nearly about minus 25 degrees Celsius, and in case of helium we will have minus 240 degrees Celsius, near about 250 degrees Celsius. So they will also show negative deviation at these two temperature values. Okay, and these four gases like N2, O2, methane, CO2 and ammonia, they will also show positive deviation when the temperature is high. Okay, there is a temperature value at which they will also show positive deviation. So in order to so the gases which are showing positive deviation at moderate temperature can be are also able to show negative deviation when we lower down the temperature. Okay, and similarly if the gas is showing negative deviation at moderate temperature, then they will also show positive deviation when we increase the temperature. Okay, so this is all about the variation of compressibility factor with pressure. As we increase the pressure of the gas, the value of Z become higher than that of 1. Okay, so as we increase the pressure, the value become higher than 1. They will show the positive deviation. So this is the positive deviation, and here we have the negative deviation. The value of Z is less than 1, and here we have the value of Z is greater than 1. So this is all about the variation of Z with pressure. So similarly I'm checking the variation of Z with temperature also. Okay, so in this case also the pressure will be on the x-axis and the compressibility factor is on the y-axis. So we know that as we increase the temperature, we all know that the condition for a gas to be ideal is the temperature should be high. Okay, so as we increase the temperature for a particular gas, the deviation become less. Okay, or the dip become low. As the dip become low, the deviation will become less as we increase the temperature. So I am showing you a curve at different temperatures. So experimentally it was founded for a particular gas that as we increase the temperature, the deviation become less. Okay, so here we have pressure and here we have the Z value. One is for the ideal gas again, and I am taking the same gas. Okay, so let us assume that the curve at temperature T1 is like this, and the curve at temperature T2 is like this, and the curve at temperature T3 is like this. Okay, you have to tell me the order of the temperature. Okay, the increasing order of temperature. So we all know that as we increase the temperature, the deviation become less or the dip become low. So in case of T3, we have the smaller dip. That is why T3 will be the highest temperature. So T3 is greater than that of T2, and at last we have T1. Okay, so this is the decreasing order of temperature. T3 is the highest temperature because in this case the dip is low, in this case the deviation is low. So as we increase the temperature, dip जो है वो क्या हो जाएगी, कम हो जाएगी, and deviation will be lesser. Okay, so this is the variation of Z with temperature. As we increase the temperature, the dip become low and the deviation become less. Okay, so this is all about the compressibility factor. Compressibility factor is a very good criteria to predict the extent of a particular reaction, the extent of deviation of a particular reaction from the ideal gas behavior, and we will also do some numericals on the Z value, and at last we have done with the variation of Z with pressure and temperature. So I think this much is quite enough for this particular lecture, and I hope you all found this lecture helpful, and thank you so much.